We are alive. Let's do a quick audio check as always. Okay. We are alive. Let's do a quick audio check as always. Okay, sounds pretty good. Hello and welcome everyone. I am Dougie O'Brien. My channel Archivers. I'm really bad with branding, but I don't care. Dougie O'Brien's like a moniker I went on EVE Online. Anyways, we're returning today to plan out our resource automation production line. The general goal, the end goal, is to create a production line where I have like a layout like this on this chessboard. I press the button and it brings me that resource and it's going to be fully automated. So far, our plan right now is to have large resource canisters that are going to dump the resource into some sort of conveyor belt system, conveyor arm system I should say, and I'll deposit the resource somewhere here when I press the button. And then behind that, I'm gonna have a production line that'll be producing resources as soon as the large resource canister is not full. So that's what our main goal is. Before that though, I kind of want to look at the Astropedia. They did update this. Nothing new there. Okay, nothing new there. I think they did add an automation. I think this was here before, not entirely sure. Doesn't seem much different. They did have some resource nugget optimization, which should help games run a lot smoother. So that I can't really test. Maybe I could load up my. You know, we could try that. Let me see if I can load up a different save file real quick before we get into the automation. We're in creative mode. We're planning it out. Before that happens, let me see if I can load up. Shoot, was it pre-funnel drop? I have a save file with 27,000 hydrogen sitting on the core of the solo. A pre-funnel drop. Uh-oh, is my game frozen? Alright. I will try it. It took me months to collect 27,000 hydrogen, and then creative mode came out like a day after. I'm like, shoot. Okay. This one might not load, but we'll see. I don't remember if I have the gas in the funnel. I didn't drop it, or it's in the core. It's not frozen, it's just loading. It runs at 1 FPS. Although once you explode it, it actually runs slower than 1 FPS, thanks to the fact that explosions collect resource nuggets, as opposed to... It wasn't technically supposed to destroy it, but when you had large-scale explosions, either it got destroyed or it got glitched and it's just sitting there as if it was uncollected. So... Okay. Okay. Brings back memories. Oh, you guys get to see my DeSolo baits before I blew it up. Wait, is this the right direction? Where's my funnel? Ah, yes, here it is. Okay. Oh, I need dynamite. What am I doing? Shoot. Oh yeah, we have dynamite here. Perfect. Alright. So right now it's running at 75 FPS, which is very respectable. In fact, I like the optimization updates because it's making the game run a lot smoother. There it is. So what happens is the physics is a little bit delayed and it just gets stuck there and you have to kind of touch it to re-trigger it after a certain distance. I think it has to do with like the render distance probably. Like it stops rendering it, so it stops moving. Okay, there you go. Now we're hitting 3 FPS, very respectable. I have to be careful not to explode. It's very laggy. Okay. Also great. Sorry, I didn't see the comment there. It's very hard to keep track of chat in YouTube. I'm showing off my save file because they did resource nugget optimization, so I was wondering if this ran better. And the answer is a little bit. This should be 27,000 units of hydrogen. It literally took me months to collect. I did it on Twitch. This was a while ago, so I don't think the VODs are up. Maybe I should have kept them. I don't know. So this is why I can tell if someone did explosions in creative mode or not, because I know how long it takes to collect this much hydrogen if you're playing on an actual save file. So when I see other people's videos and they're like, I did, you know, blank thousands of hydrogen or dynamite, and I'm like, nah, you cheese your way through creative mode. It takes months. Start using a PC that your brother gave you. Nice, dude. Seems to run worse when you have a lot of stuff. Oh, I have to control delete this. Forgot, I don't want it to save. You're downloading the cycle? Gotcha. I do like that game quite a bit. Oh, we hit lower than 1 FPS. Alright. I was curious and I wanted to see what happened, but I don't think I can handle this anymore. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna kill the game process. I don't want it to save. I can't even get my dynamite out. Let me hit my backpack and see if how long it takes for it to pop. You got Arc on the Epic Store when it's free? Nice, dude. Nice. A lot of people like that game. Yeah, alright. I want to kill it. It's only using 6 gigabytes of RAM and 11% of the CPU, but it just can't handle all of this. Alright, I'll end it. I thought it was better, but no. Okay. I'm restarting Astroneer. Give me 1 second. You have to kill the process, otherwise they'll save the game. So I always have the save point before I go in. Alright. Okay. Now we're back to this. My voice hasn't warmed up, so it's a bit rough. Eating a cough drop and drinking some water, but alright, we'll see what happens. So my general plan is this to be the interface. So we're gonna start building it out for resin, compound, and then we'll try a few metals. A metal, just to see the smelting process, and then an alloy where we combine different materials and it'll figure it out. So should I think it makes sense to deposit it into a resource canister or a storage unit of some sort. So we're gonna have like a central depositing area like here, let's say, and then last time on Dragon Ball Z, last time on Dragon, no, we can't use this because I completely forgot that when you enable the output, it just goes into the next empty canister. So we're gonna have to use separate platforms per resource canister. Okay. That there. Okay. Well, let's build a small scale version, because if you can do it small, you can do it big. Not always true, but you know, it'll help you get an idea. All right. You can't wait to play this cycle in the Arc. All right. I'm warning you. Arc is pretty grindy, so just keep that in mind. And the cycle's pretty okay, but you have to know what you're doing. If you ever need help, let me know. The cycle meta hasn't shifted too much, so the game you can play it the same way, but I'm still pretty okay at that game. When me and Barry used to play, we were climbing to like top 10. You know, there were like 10 people that we couldn't beat for duos. There weren't a lot of people playing that game. I really hope it comes to Steam, to be honest, because I feel like the audience would get way larger. So gold plated? How much time has this took you? Well, this is creative mode. This isn't a lot, but if you're talking about my main base, it took me around, I think around 400 hours to build my main base. If you want to see that, let me know. I will show it to you. It's the one video on my YouTube channel that has the most views. 400 hours. I used to stream Astroneer on Twitch 9 hours a day for 5 days a week for months at a time. I took a couple breaks here and there, but this used to be my main game. Yeah, main is around 400 hours, and then most of the... Right now I have 770 hours in Astroneer. Most of that is in my main save file. Couple of... I do a lot more prototyping in creative mode now, because it's just faster and easier. Probably 70 hours in creative mode. So that's really cool. Well, thank you. I'm gonna make a mega base now, so look forward to that. I'm gonna plan it out in creative, and once it's figured out, I'm gonna go make it in my main save file. This way I don't waste resources, because although I do have like automated scrap production, I still have to farm the soil itself, and that is not pleasant. So I don't like using rovers to dig soil. I dig it by hand because I don't want little tiny specks of dirt everywhere. It bothers me, so it takes a long time for me to dig dirt. But yeah, if you want to see my main base, let me know. I'll load up the save file. If you have any questions, let me know. I do production lines in almost every game. I used to play a lot of No Man's Sky, so I have a stasis device farm in that. I learned from Bosk, who's a really knowledgeable No Man's Sky player. He has a cooking production line, which will convert food into nanites, and I kind of want to build that. But yeah. So right now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I am building kind of like an automated resource dispenser, and my main vision here is I'm gonna have like a chessboard. I might change it. There's a lot of things to figure out, so it's gonna be my next big project. But basically, it's gonna look like this, and you're like, oh, I want some resin. So you press this button once, and it's gonna deposit 1 resin per button press. Now I may have like an interface where you can dispense multiple resin at the same time. You know, you can use a repeater. That's pretty easy. I guess I could just put a repeater here and modify that. But that's gonna be it. And then how I have it planned out right now is I'm gonna have like a little central area where it deposits it. I want it to be like a vending machine where the resource nuggets roll down and go into like a collection pit. But I haven't figured out how to have the resources drop and roll off. So that's coming later. Maybe never. I don't know if it's possible. But you're gonna dump like a storage unit here, and it's gonna deposit the material that you requested onto it. So it's gonna have medium resource canisters here, and then when you activate it, it's gonna trigger those arms to deposit the resource. And then behind that is gonna be a large resource canister full of that resource. And then behind that is going to be a production line that will produce that resource as soon as that large resource canister is not full. Take lots of thinking, yeah. I make a lot of mistakes. So when you see like a YouTube video of mine, I know some of them I don't script. I like scripting it so as short as possible without wasting your time. But the ones where I'm just talking, the video itself didn't take a lot of time to make, but getting to that point in the game took a lot of time. So I hope people realize that, you know, it's maybe 10 hours for an easy build, you know. Anyways, you don't really see any problem with Epic Game Store. Yeah, Epic Game Store's okay, dude. I don't understand the blind hate towards Epic Game Store. Like, if you don't trust it, I guess that's understandable because of their connection to Tencent. But like, more competition is good. You know, that's the bottom line. Epic does come off a little bit as being whiny, but with their recent, you know, Apple and Google store fiasco with Fortnite. But you know, they do have a point though. They do have a point, especially for Apple. I don't understand. I think it's unreasonable. Anyways, thanks for saying it's sick. I gotta kind of oh, circle, the circle platform. That's what I need, but I can't have it attached. Let me see. That's a really easy way to align your layouts. I learned this from Exotic Kitten. Shout out to Exotic Kitten. I hope she's still playing this game. Okay. So what you do is I need a packaged small platform. I'll just get a packager. You align it to a platform that you want and snap it into place, and when you drag it off, it's perfectly aligned to that slot. Unless you move it. Sometimes it gets a little fidgety. Packagers, backpack. Let's see. Sorry, I don't have all the item positions memorized. There we go. Now, let me see if this works for the curved platform. Alright. Okay. Ah, I want the terrain, please. All right. Okay. Put it right about here. See, when you kind of snap it, it's aligned to that grid. You just have to make sure the platform is oriented correctly. You can look at that by the hologram. It did move a little bit there, but that's fine. Alright. You copy this. Okay. Okay. I like how the orientation of the platform is displayed by the logo. There's a lot of neat like UI things that Astroneer does that people don't take for granted, because it's really smart. Whoever designed the UI for Astroneer, incredibly intelligent. I'm a little earlier than usual. Yeah, for my Saturday streams, I want to do it in a little bit closer to the mornings. Okay. And then if you want to keep aligning the platforms. Oh no! Oh no! Please. But yeah, I just want to, I can make an entire video on how ingenious the UI is. Like here, your entire UI, or like how it displays information, is in your backpack. Like your oxygen meter's here, your power meter's here, your inventory is literally here. It's a little bit smaller, but your tool is viewable here. You don't need anything on the screen. There's no heads-up display. Alright. Move this down a little bit. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna rotate the arm instead of the platform. Alright. Alright. This will be the center. How's my day? Thanks for asking, dude. It's okay so far. I just woke up recently. I'm like, I should stream Astroneer. I kind of wanted to do it at 11 p.m., but you know, this is close enough, I guess. Okay. So let's get the general layout. Okay. Let's get the compound one here. Okay. This is the layout on this is gonna be a little bit hard. Maybe I can have an arm grab whatever. No, I can't filter it then. No. Oh. I really wanted to deposit into one area, but it might not be possible. Okay. We'll use a straight platform then. I'm making progress in Cyberpunk, by the way. I really love Cyberpunk, and I am nearing 100%ing that game right now. And it bothers me when I see so much negativity for an update patch. Like, I don't think these people have tried making a game themselves and realize how difficult it is. But it's not easy, and sometimes it's a thankless job sometimes. So yeah, it just makes me a little bit sad to see that. There are people who are crunching to make updates, and it's like people are just saying, "Why aren't you fixing this? Why aren't you fixing this? Why don't you have this?" I'm like, guys, chill. That takes time and effort. It's gonna be out when it's out. Although they did overpromise, so like they're not without fault. They overhyped the game for sure. They shouldn't have done that. That's on them. But people being too like unrealistic with their expectations. That's a little upsetting to see. It's counterproductive too. You have 3 hours for 24% of the game. You think you'll play it today? Nice. Seeing friend code on Discord. Gotcha. I'll add you. Don't worry. Okay. All right. I value symmetry. How shall we do this? I like kind of the visual imagery of the cable connecting them together. All right. Do we have an RTG power bank? We do. I can just shunt some power over this way. Where are my extenders? I really want the vending machine effect of rolling resources down. I don't know how to do that though. I wish there was more features for the auto arms. Like I wish you could drop an item. You know, that would be amazing. If you could do that. All right. Where was my... Oh, there you go. I was like, where was my last extender? Yeah. Alright, we have the resin and the compound hooked up. I'm just gonna create small demo unit, see how far we get. Just kind of look at the problems we run into. Okay. Well, I don't like how that looks. That's... I do need to branch this off though. What if we do this? I want to make it look neat. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, we have a problem now. Why didn't I think about this? It just keeps turning on. I need a delay. I need a delay, and then yes, okay. Let's see. I need a delay button. You have about 500 megabytes, and that's 22%. I mean, games are big, dude. Really want this to be a lot neater, but I think these are ticks. We need enough. Just play it by ear then. Okay. Success. It's good enough. Wow, 25 ticks is long enough for the outer armor to grab it and then put it in. Okay. We only need one. We only need to use one delay repeater. So we can have all the delay repeaters. I mean, all these switches connect to one single delay repeater. And then I can branch that out. So I can just do something like this. And then we'll do the same thing for Z compound. Actually, can we? No, that doesn't make sense. Because it'll trigger all the arms. I wasn't thinking. Sorry, apologies. What was I? What was I thinking? It'll trigger all the arms then. I don't want that. Alright. Unfortunate. Maybe I can make this a lot neater by just... It might deposit the resource on top? No, stop it. No, oh my god. Why won't it? Oh my god, dude. Alright, let's zoom in. There we go. Alright. Okay. Oh, whoopsies. Oh, okay. Oh, because this is full of resin. Whoops. I was like, why isn't it depositing? Okay, it works. It works. Gonna go drink something. Gotcha, dude. Take your time, man. Take your time. Medium resource cancer. I was a little confused there. I was like, what's going on? Alright. Okay, you know, that's good enough. It's pooping out one at a time per button press. That's all I want. Yeah, I'm gonna have to arrange this a lot to be a lot nicer looking. We could use the auto arm platforms for this because we only have one canister. This would make it look pretty organized. It would be nice if they had a side slot for buttons. That would be cool then. I don't know. I I think it's taking up too much space, to be honest. Like, like a lot of space. No. Okay. Does this look nicer? Welcome back, right? Does this look nicer? I don't know, dude. I'm not feeling these extended platforms, man. Comparing it to, I don't know, the yellow of the power lines just look more appealing. It doesn't even reach it. Oh, there's no power, that's why. I'm dumb. I was very confused for a second. Alright, this is why I don't want to live stream sometimes. You know, like I show all my mistakes. This is compound? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't like how this looks, to be honest. But we'll use it. Look, the cabling is gonna be a little rough, too. So messy. Okay. Mm. Don't like how it's not aligning. The terrain isn't even, so it can't be helped, but... Okay. Should I do it from the back? Nah, this looks neater. Alright. I do care how it looks too, you know, so it has to look nice. It has to look organized and stunning when you glance at it, you know? Don't want to build no ugly looking base, you know? It has to look like you put a lot of time and effort into it. What's up? What's up, Numo? Long time no see, dude. I'm streaming Astroneer on YouTube. I'm gonna make it a Saturday thing where no matter what, I will always try to stream Astroneer on Saturday on YouTube, and then I'm still gonna stream it on Twitch, but I've been slacking on my base builds lately, so I'm like, I need to build something big and massive. I don't like how you can't see how much more time the download is going to take. Well, it sounds like your internet is a little bit on the slow side. The best thing is to not look at it. You know, there's a saying, a watched kettle never boils. Okay. Have you seen my latest goal? Numo, I'm building a massive automated resource dispenser. And it's difficult to plan this out because I run into problems every step of the way. I just see something I didn't think of. In Epic Store, I can see it. It might be a little unreliable. I don't know. Button repeater. Okay. Yeah, we need button repeaters. Maybe I can use these as kind of like a. How many resources are? How much? How many nuggets do we have? There's too many. Okay, I'll use two rows, and then it doesn't look nice then. Darn it. Should look like this. Oh, get that out of here. Okay. That I can work with, but then no matter what I do, I waste space on this thing. It's gonna have to look ugly somewhere. I can't avoid it. Can I do that? Alright, that's okay. Alright. I need a delay repeater. Okay. It would be cool if I could have... Yeah, that's what they need. This is what I gotta tell people, oh god. Go back in. What they need are little baby platforms where I can attach buttons. Like think about it. A button tray where you just like snap it on here. Oh, that would make it look really good. I'm not really satisfied with how it looks right now, to be honest. No matter what I do. Okay, I can do this, I guess. Alright. Okay, now let's see if this works. Oh. Okay. We got it. So then right now we can have a interface where we click on the button. And based on how many times we click it. Although, what happens when I press it again? Does it reset? Can I grab two? See, there's a problem there, depending on how fast I press it. So it'll have to be single use. I don't know. Alright. There's a lot of things to iron out. Okay. Oh, it's out? Oh, I used the wrong canisters. There we go. Okay. What's up, Panos? Hello. I'm working on basically a vending machine for resources, and it's gonna be massive, but I'm running into problems every step of the way, so it's probably gonna take a couple months to build this. Okay. I want it to look nice. See, I already ran into a problem. Like, let's say you want 2 resin, right? You have to wait for this to end before you press the button again. If you press it twice, like, it's not... I pressed it 3 times, so it should give me 3 resin, but the arm is too slow, so it won't do that. I could add in a delay repeater per button press so that I get a resource nugget per button hit. 25 ticks. These are in ticks, I think, not seconds. 25 is the length of time it takes for the auto arm to finish a rotation. So theoretically speaking, I could do that, but let's not do that right now. I don't want. I don't want to. All right. Do we have a delay repeater somewhere? Yes. Okay. So right now I'm just designing the vending machine part, the front end, where you're gonna see like the control panel and then interface with it. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Turn off. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is every time I push this, the button repeater connects to this because I'm going to need to spread out more wires. I have 2 backups just in... Well, no, this one is for this one. But yeah, the button repeater sends a signal to a arm that turns it on. And then I have a delay repeater. So after 25 ticks, it will activate a signal and turn the arm off. Otherwise, it will keep depositing resin. Although... I guess I could just have that and you can press it when you want it to stop. That might be more handy. But yeah, the way that I have it now, it'll deposit 1 resource and then turn off. Oh, what the? Uh-oh, what's going on? Wait, what happened? What is this? Oh, that looks scary. Oh, okay, is that a bug? What the heck? What happened there? Yo, that was scary. Where is this connected to? Alright, there you go. It must have been connected to the chessboard and activated everything. Is that even possible? Well, let's double check. Is that even possible? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, alright. Well, I learned something new today. Wow, the chessboard is actually really handy then. Okay, so this part works. I may scrap the delay repeater and just have it always on until you turn it off. That's more usable. I think that makes more sense. I think it would be annoying to have to hit the button multiple times just waiting for it. So let's do that. Okay, we'll get rid of the delay repeater. I'll keep 1 on the compound. Oh, it just follows you. The wires follow you into the backpack. That's incredible. Alright. Let me press it to stop. Yeah, that makes way more sense. That just makes way more sense. Okay, it's no, stop. God. Sometimes I hate canisters. You know, people always ask me, why don't you use resource canisters for everything? And I need to make a video on why the medium silo is still the best buffer or intermediary storage unit. It's because you can only have one input or output at a time for a canister, whereas a medium silo is just like how many slots are open. You can dump stuff in, and how many slots are filled, you can just take stuff out. So you can theoretically have like 14 inputs and outputs. No, it's 24. So 12 inputs and outputs at the same time, if they're constantly being used. It's just faster. You're not bottlenecking your bandwidth and your production line by using canisters. So I think it makes sense to have a canister at the beginning or end point of your production line, but not in the middle. I don't think it makes sense to do that. You're slowing everything down for no reason. I don't understand it. Every time I streamed, every time I made a video, they're like, why don't you use resource canisters? And every time I have to give the same explanation. Alright. Yeah, it's better without the delay repeater, in my opinion. I'm gonna just delete this. It's just always gonna be on. Okay. Alright, let's see. Now we design the front end. We kind of get a feel for how it works. Now let's design the storage area. I'm gonna have to get rid of this. I should have planned this out better. Oh man, alright, whatever. Okay, so I know everyone is doing the 1600 resource thing, and I will do that too eventually. It's just really tedious and boring, so I've been working on it. No. Please. One thing that I would love to see, modules sticking to the ground instead of rolling around. You know, it's the small things in life that you want. Alright. These are locked. So basically, what I'm gonna have is this. I'm gonna have this, and then a large resource canister. Oh, stop it. I have 4 LRCs here, like this. And you're gonna have 1600 resources. I have to move everything. Jeez Louise. I wish I could just have a flat save file, you know? Just a flat area. Let's even this place out a little bit. Oh. To 1 point something? I forgot the... There's a certain brush size and length, I mean not length, speed that you want to kind of achieve true flat once you use a leveling block or find a true flat area, obviously, but It's gonna flat. I don't care where I flatten it. I just want everything to be on the same plane. I don't care if it's true flat or not. I just want it to be relatively flat. Tired of all these non-flat surfaces. Who's with me? Why can't the planet be a cube? That's one thing. That was one project I was working on until automation came out. I was trying to turn the Solo into a cube, and it was pretty easy in creative mode. But there was one issue that I ran into was that you need a lot of LOD anchors because when you're far away, it does not show the flat surface that you put on top of the planet. That's what I was doing. I had like a little starting patch of true flat, and then I was extending that out, and I was basically gonna cover the planet in the cuboid covering. That was the easiest way instead of turning it into a cube itself by digging. And yeah, when you fly up high, you can't see it as a cube. It won't render it. Although with the new graphic options, you can increase view distance, level of detail quite a bit, so maybe I'll go back to that. But I was doing that, and then the automation update came out, and I was like, oh, this is a game changer. I can't make a cuboid planet anymore. I have to automate everything. That's what I was doing. So yeah, there are a lot of projects that I started that I don't really finish sometimes because something better comes out. Okay, it ain't no true flat, but it's definitely flatter than it was before. Yeah, I wish you could change the brush speed and size in the regular save file. It's just easier to get a smoother surface when you can slow it down a little bit. Of course, if it's not true flat, you're not gonna get it perfectly flat. There's gonna be little dimples. It's just how it's gonna be, so. Alright, that looks a lot better. Although, if I look closely, I'm gonna notice dimples, and I'm gonna be like, But you can't do much about it, so, alright. Alright, is it, see, it doesn't... I can't help it. Alright, forget it. If it's not true flat, you may see some uneven anchoring of platforms, but you can't help it, alright? Okay, we can even paint this if you want. Let's see, where are my brush tools? I forgot how to change it. It's a certain button. G? Oh, the emote wheel. Ah, okay. I forgot how to bring it up. It's been a while since I painted. Okay, you know what? Forget it. We'll paint it later then. It's gonna be a lot more neater. I just couldn't handle it sinking into the ground. It was bothering me. So this is... it's never gonna be flat. Just screw it. Just live with it. Alright. Let's increase the size. I'm lazy right now. Alright. Again, I don't really care if it's angled. I just want a flat surface to work with for my prototyping. Alright. Alright, that looks okay. Alright, we got the LRC. Savargas. Oh no, no! This is why you don't use the big brush. Oh god, please. Oh man, alright. To redo this now. Yo, this build, man, it's gonna take me, no joke, a couple months, man. I don't know how I'm gonna finish this. It's gonna drive me crazy. See, I figured out my one talent as a content creator. It's not being... Well, I can understand things reasonably well, and I can learn it decently well. You know, and with decent speed. I'm never gonna be a top player in any game. Although, I guess if I dedicated myself, I could be better than average. But, one skill that I have that really few people don't is the ability to handle really boring tasks that are highly repetitive and super grindy. Because I've seen people do the 1600 resource project on Astroneer, and a lot of people just give up halfway through. It's not hard to do, it's just really tedious and boring, and to stream that hour after hour, day after day, they give up, and I understand that, but I think the reason why my base looks so impressive and people only watch that video on my YouTube channel is that it takes a lot of time to build it. It's not necessarily skill at all. It's not a skill based build. It's just big. So I'm like, you know what? That's my talent. So if I want to stand out, I just have to do something that would take a lot of time, a lot of repetition, that no one else would bother to do, and then I can stand out that way. Which works, because I like doing that sort of stuff. Just by nature, like boring things. Like production lines. Who does that? Not many people. Who's excited to achieve perfect input-output ratios? 100% efficiency and like satisfactory. That's exciting for me. It's really annoyed by the flattening sometimes. I just wish there was a button you press and then it becomes flat at whatever angle you're on. I mean, I know there is a true flat block, I know. I don't like using it though. If you're not at a pole, you're gonna be angled. Like, you know what? Maybe we can use the true I know. I might just give up and use that at this point. Alright. But this is why you don't use the big brush anyways. You always use a small one. Any mistake you have is multiplied immediately. Okay, I mean, it just never completely flattens if you're not true flat. which is very annoying. Okay. We gotta do this properly. Okay, so here's what we have so far. I'm gonna start using these extended platforms. They do... I don't think they look as nice, but it does make it feel more organized. But here, we're gonna have our 1600 resources on LRCs. It's gonna be the foundational block of my new base that I'm gonna build next to my old one. This is creative, I'm just prototyping it right now. I don't like how it's not smooth. It bothers me. Why is this at a different angle from... not like this. No, it's not flat. It's not flat. It makes me upset. You don't understand. Oh, the crinkles. It's uneven. Okay. You're gonna need a bigger brush. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Maybe the size of the whole planet. You're right. You solved the problem, Argus. Just have a brush the size of the entire planet, and then bam, you just press one button, and then all of a sudden your planet is flat. You're a genius. I didn't think about that. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we have 1600 resources right here. Let me fill them up real quick. This is why I don't like resource canisters. Look at how slow the transfer rate is. Resource canisters are not superior to medium silos in this regard. Look, I put in one more resource canister, it doesn't speed up the rate. It just started using that because this one's empty. Man, I can go on a long rant about how people need to stop using resource canisters for everything. Just use medium silos for production lines. You know what? Why am I doing this? I can just copy a resource canister when it's full. This is why it's dumb. Alright, just put this out of the way. Let's put one there. We'll delete you. Delete you too. Goodbye. Goodbye. No, I'll just put it on here because I don't want to wait for it, you know. I'm just gonna be like, all right, okay, that's cool. Oh, it's so annoying. All right. I can do this a lot easier. Watch this, guys. Why? Oh, okay, that's not what I meant to do. Alright. I'm just gonna copy this. There. Problem solved. And then I'll copy this, and then eventually it'll be full, alright? And then I'll copy it once it's full though. Creative mode is great. Alright, so this is our foundational block, 1600 resources. And then... See, I don't like the extended platforms. I feel like they look nice, but they're not very functional. Like, what if I want to attach this platform to another thing? You know, have an arm in between. Let's see if there's a bigger extended platform. It's not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted, but it... okay. Maybe, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. We will just grab it from the LRC. Why don't we just do that? Why have having an intermediary does give you more options though. You can use it as a buffer with logic. But hmm. I think I'm gonna go with an intermediary, yeah. One thing I was thinking about though, I think this is a great idea. I feel like these platforms should have button platforms next to it. Like what I mean by that is like, let's say you want to use a button, right? Anything good in the last update? Nothing that you will notice. I was saying that these things should have little platforms where the buttons just stick here, you know? So like it'll help with making your layout look clean. It'll just snap to it like little button platforms where you can just put it here. And that would be incredibly useful. I feel like as a whole these platforms are not very functional. In terms of production. For other stuff, sure, it's great. Okay. There is one good thing I think. You know, I haven't done any tests to see how much of an impact it has, but they did optimize the resource nuggets. I don't know what they exactly did. I don't know if it's like they optimized it now or they have optimization stuff in place for the future. But that means the game should run a lot better now. Okay. The packager. I want this to be aligned. I don't. Okay, that's good. Stop moving. Okay. Nope. Oh my god. Okay. There. That's how you align your modules or platforms. Now, whether or not it's aligned properly on a grid, you gotta eyeball it, but in terms of the rotational alignment, it's gonna be perfect 90 or 180 degrees. Well, maybe not perfect, but like as close as possible. Okay, that's good. Got the intermediary storage here. And then the arm. And then I need an empty platform or storage unit here. Okay. Alright. Now that looks a lot cleaner, I gotta admit. You gotta do things right. It does take more time, that's very annoying, but... Okay, move this platform. Alright, this will be my interface, so I'll have it here. Okay. Okay, now let's get some power going. Oh no, my vending machine drop off area. Oh well. I can't do it anyways. All right. Now that is completely filled. Perfect. Let's delete this. Okay. We have to enable output. Okay, and then no, no, please. Oh god, I hate resource canisters sometimes. All right. Okay. All right, there we go. We're ready now. We're ready. Okay. Let's lock this in place. Lock this in place. All right. Is this powered? Yes, it's powered. Okay. Now we gotta put the logic. Okay. Yeah, I wish you could align the wires. I need a compass in the game. Not this compass, like a to measure angles. I want it to be 90 degrees. Alright, it's not gonna happen. Alright. Alright, here we go. Oh, I have to enable outputs. Okay, and then it deposits it, and then when you're done, you press it again to stop it when you have the amount of resin that you need. That's good. I'm gonna copy this to have a backup LRC with full resin in it, so I don't have to do this nonsense again. Okay. Alright, we have that set. $400. Alright. 100. I mean, one missing here. Alright. Now, we have the front end done. This is what you're gonna see as a user. It's this chessboard. So this indicates which resource you're using. So if you're on resin, you press this button, and then it'll keep pooping out resin until you want it to stop, and you press it again to deactivate it. Now I did have a delay repeater so that when you pressed it, it would only give you one nugget. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, that's not really usable. There's a lot of issues that you run into that design with that design. So I'm like, I'll just do this. You played some Cycle? How did you like it, dude? Alright, so we have this. Now this is gonna be the main storage unit. So I'm gonna modularize my build and section them off with different colors on the ground, so people can be like, oh, I'm gonna have a different storage unit. I'm gonna use a different storage section, so people can take the general build and then modify it apart. Like if you don't like this setup, you can just have one auto arm, you know? Like you don't need this. You don't need intermediary storage. So you like the game a lot? Nice, dude. Yeah, it's one of my favorite games of recent times. It's kind of underrated in my opinion. Okay. Team with someone? Nice. Oh. I was gonna say pro tip, don't team with anyone. later on, because you lose your shields, and that's very valuable. Okay, there we go. All right. So we have this. We have the front end developed here. This is what it's gonna look like. So every resource is gonna have this. I don't. Maybe I'll have a chain of arms carrying it if they're further away, because we're gonna have to have a lot of resource outputs. Like, you know, there's a lot. If you look at the Astropedia, there's a lot of resources. I don't think I'm gonna have raw metals. It doesn't make sense. You don't use it for anything. You do use quartz to make beacons, lithium for batteries, but like I don't think you ever use raw iron. Yeah, like you don't use hematite, you use iron. I guess you'll let Arc download overnight. Gotcha. Yeah, the game is kind of big. Okay, so we'll have it go down this way, and then I'll have arms straight over here. I'll figure that out. We need a conveyor belt system. So this looks pretty good right now. It looks pretty neat, organized, and then although I don't know how to I don't know how to get the paint menu up again. It's been a while. It's been a while in creative mode. What's up, Whoopty? So now the next section to develop is the production line behind it that will keep these LRCs full to max. That's my goal. So my goal is to never interact with my production line other than dumping in soil, which can't be automated right now. That's one thing I'm looking forward to, if they can automate that process. But it's basically gonna convert soil. You put soil in, and it's gonna turn into scrap, and then I have logic there to determine what resource I need from the trade platform. So then we're gonna have to design that. I'm designing it backwards. From the front end, we're going in. So we have the user interface. The chessboard is really handy for that. It's connected to button repeaters. I'm gonna have two rows used for resources, and these are gonna be used to extend connections out for logic if you need more. And then it's very simple. You just dump a storage unit here, and then I'll deposit that resource. But right now we have resin. So when you turn it on, these arms activate. They grab from the LRCs, they dump it into the intermediary, and then from there, they grab it from the intermediary, and it dumps it into your storage unit. And when you press it again, it stops. So we have that working. Your YouTube is F? What do you mean? Oh, like social blades, or like a meme F, like F's in chat. All right. So we're gonna design. Thanks for asking, dude. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, all things considered. You know, I always say life is a mixture of bad and good. It's never always just good only, or just bad only, although people may feel that way. I think there's good things happening and bad things happening. So okay. Alright, we have this kind of set up now. This is the rough design is locked. I'm gonna lock it here because I can change this later, but right now I don't want to waste too much more time on this. I have to go soon. But yeah, sorry. Did I ask how you're doing? I don't know. I was kind of lost in my train of thought there. How you doing, Whoopty? By the way, dude, everyone's playing Rust now. It bothers me how people play it because everyone else is playing it. You were the first one, dude. Lagging hard? My stream is lagging? I can't really, I can check OBS real quick. Anyways, yeah. Like, Whoopty, you were playing Rust before it was popular, and now everyone's playing Rust because you know it's popular to play Rust now. I'm like, guys, come on, just play a game because you want to, not because everyone else is doing it. You know, that kind of that's a little annoying. And they stop playing it when it's not popular anymore. It's so fickle. It's running fine for you? Alright, thanks, Argus. I cannot tell as easily for YouTube. Twitch is a lot easier to spot that kind of stuff right away. I'm just not used to streaming on YouTube right now. It's a lot different. Let me just say. I don't have any of the bot stuff figured out, so I'm gonna tinker around with that as well. I feel a little naked streaming without my bots. Uh-oh. Oh no! Whoa! What the heck? Oh, what is this? I think I have a bug on my mouse, dude. It was just I was not pressing, and it was digging automatically. It's on your side, gotcha. I appreciate you letting me know if you think there's a problem with the stream. I would rather take a look at it and try to fix it rather than someone be too shy to tell me. I want to know if there's any problem. Even if it's on your side or not. It's highly invaluable. I want to know if there's any potential issues right away and work on fixing it. Instead of, you know, having a stream where that was an issue the entire time. And I didn't know. Yeah. Alright, we have this. So right now I'm gonna have to have a trade platform. You only started playing Rust because I knew everyone was gonna play Rust in the future. Wow, big brain whoopty. You predicted. You're literally the only one playing Rust, and you're playing it, you know, pretty frequently. I think you're at least a month or two ahead of everyone else. Maybe 3 months. I forgot when you started to play again. And like that makes sense because Rust is a good game. All right, there's no game quite like Rust. It's like EVE Online. There's a lot of work required, but the player-driven moments, you know. What's up, Bentley? But yeah, you were months ahead of everyone else, Whoopty. And you were the only one on my friends list playing Rust. And now I look and like everyone's playing Rust. I was like, come on. Seriously? Oh man. Oh man. Okay. This is hard. I'm designing this in my mind right now. Let's get a trade platform out first. Jeez, this part's gonna be hard. Okay. So for the resources that are just straight up, just one nugget, it's okay. It's easy. I just use a trade platform. But for the alloys where it combines resources, now that gets a little bit more complicated. Oh man, like nanocarbon alloy, that's gonna be tough, right? I have an automated nanocarbon line. I don't know where it went though. It's not in the save file. I thought it was. Yeah, I think the magical moments of Rust are the PvP stuff, where not you're necessarily fighting people, but like you're interacting with people, and since they're real people, you can't predict what's gonna happen, and sometimes magical things happen. The same with Eve, like you can't really predict what's gonna happen. Okay, how would I do this? I want to align this. Okay, quick alignment tip that I learned from Exotic Kitten. Just package up your platform and then snap it to an open socket, and then you can rotate it 90 degrees if you want. And then when you unpackage it, it should be roughly 180 degrees, you know? That's how you align platforms. Now, if you want like perfect alignment on a grid, that's kind of impossible. But, you know, it's doable. Yeah, like Rust, EVE Online, there's a few other games, but like those magical moments can only come from player-driven content and a game that is flexible enough to support that kind of stuff. Yeah, magical. I don't know how else to describe it. Once you experience a moment like that, you're hooked, you know? What is this? Why do I have this here? Oh, it must be for a different build. Do I want cat in a box? Yeah, I think I'll use this one. It says roughly aligned, so as long as I don't... Oh, the physics might... nope, it's good. We're good to go. We're good to go. Alright. 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 So now we have the trade platform. I don't like how this is laid out because depending on what you want to make, you'll need a chem lab. It's off by half an inch. OCD, yeah. You must destroy it. It's no good now. Okay. Now we put storage sensors on these. Oh, actually, can we do it on the platform? I think so. I think that works too. Let me see. 400. Perfect. Let's get storage sensor. And then what you want it to do is set it to full or not full. And then what I do to test it out is I put the wires out on a long pattern just so I can see it triggered. And then it's waiting for storage to stop being full. Once I take out a nugget, it triggered, right? Now I should go back to waiting for storage to fill. Alright. Yeah, alright, this is what I want. So basically what I'm gonna do here is when these storage LRCs are emptied, not emptied, but like not full, I want my production line to kick into gear and start producing resin so that it fills these LRCs, and when it's filled again, I want it to stop. So full or not full is ideal because you don't want to wait until it's emptied. I just want to keep filling it up, so I will always have 1600 of every resource ready to go, even when you're using it. That's kind of like the downside of my old base where I was just storage. It doesn't have production. I have scrap production, but I don't have creating resources to dump it into the storage automatically. Alright, so we'll figure this out. For the basic nuggets, we'll use trade platforms, so we're going to repeat that. But for the alloys, it's going to be a little bit harder. Because you require the chem lab and gases. Alright, we'll end here for today. We got you know, a decent amount done, I would say. We have the user interface. I'm gonna keep it with the chessboard. See you later, Grape. See you later, Whoop-dee. I wanted to start streaming earlier, but I had to do stuff. So we're gonna keep this, and then you press the button, and then it activates these arms. Grab it from the LRC. So we have. I'm gonna paint it, by the way. This is the storage section. You can use whatever you want. You don't have to use LRCs. This is the transfer section, so you can use just one auto arm if you want. You don't need intermediary storage. And then this is going to be the production section. And the production section is just making it from scrap. And then I'm going to have scrap storage here. And then I'm going to have scrap production here. So there's a lot of sections to this base build that once you combine all of that, it's going to be a headache to get it to work. So we'll see. So next time, next Saturday, I'll be back. I'll try to be back a little bit earlier. We will build out the production side from scrap. So we're going to transfer scrap into a resource. It's going to be fairly easy to do. I'm going to have LRCs for scrap here. And then it'll transfer scrap, and then based on the storage sensor, it'll keep producing resin until it's full. So that's good. That should be easy, and then we will do one alloy. So we'll do one resin, and then we'll do one alloy, so we get the gist of it. And then we'll do the soil production into scrap. Enjoy the day. Thanks, you too, man. You too. Now let me save and get on out of here. Let me say my thanks. I don't have my bot here, so like I'm not the shadow stuff isn't automated, but okay. Alright. Let me thank everyone. Thank you so much for dropping by and watching. Dude, I appreciate you guys dropping by. I don't want to announce this or advertise it, but you guys dropping anyways. So we got Zago Jovanovic, which is great. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Gold-plated chest hairs. Thinking about that, it would be nice to have gold-plated chest hairs. That'd be some real swag. Anyways, thanks for dropping by. Ty Numo 71, just GG Numa on Twitch. Thanks for dropping by too as well. We got Panos the Killer 922GR. If your name is different on Twitch, let me know, cause I can't guess if they're different. We got Argus X77. Always nice seeing you, dude. I didn't notice your profile pic was a cat. We got Whoop-de-Doo. He's a professional graphical artist if you want to check him out. 90-minute art challenge videos. He's really good. He's really talented. He's also really skilled at games. If you want to watch him play Rust, he may stream it occasionally. Okay. He was playing it before it was cool. Alright? Like months ahead of the curve here. Bentley Massingale, thanks for dropping by as well. Alright, I think I got everyone. Alright, see you later, Argus. See you later, Whoop-de. And see you later, Grape. Alright. I think I got everything. If I missed you, apologies. I didn't mean to. I will have to figure out how to program my bot for YouTube now. It's too much work. You know, I want someone to do it for me. You know, it's my dream is to build a team where I don't have to worry about this minute stuff. I do want to learn it and I do want to get good at it. But after I learn it and get good at it, I want someone else to take care of it for me. But for that, I have to pay them money. So I have to make money first. First, a lot of things. Anyways, I'm going to end here. Hope you guys have a nice Saturday. And catch you guys next time.